Emotional neglect in childhood doesn't stay confined to the early years. It settles quietly into the foundation of a person's inner world, shaping how they think, feel, and respond long after childhood has ended. When warmth, affection, and emotional security are inconsistent or conditional, the mind learns to adapt. Those early adaptations influence the nervous system, internal beliefs, and the way a person learns to relate to life itself. Over time, these survival responses don't disappear. They mature alongside us, subtly directing our behavior and relationships in adulthood. In this video, we examine 5 recurring patterns commonly found in adults who grew up without emotional love. These patterns are not signs of weakness or failure. They are protective strategies formed in response to emotional absence, evidence of a psyche that learned how to endure when care was unreliable. From the perspective of developmental psychology, a lack of stable emotional connection in childhood, whether through neglect, emotional unavailability, or love that had to be earned, often leads to what are known as attachment wounds. These wounds don't fade with time. They continue to shape self-perception, emotional safety, and the way everyday interactions are interpreted. Let's explore how these patterns tend to manifest later in life. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video for more raw insights into psychology and human behavior. The first pattern is a heightened sense of alertness in relationships. When love was unpredictable during childhood, the nervous system learned to stay vigilant. As an adult, this can translate into constantly scanning for signs of rejection or withdrawal. A delayed message feels loaded. A shift in tone feels threatening. Even stable relationships can trigger anxiety, as if calm itself is fragile and temporary. Beneath this hyper-awareness is an old lesson. Connection can disappear without warning, so it's safer to stay on guard. Psychology refers to this as anxious attachment. It's not a personality trait, it's a survival strategy. The mind learned early that emotional safety was unstable, so it stayed alert to survive. Over time, this constant monitoring becomes exhausting, yet it persists because it once served a purpose. The second pattern is discomfort with receiving love, praise, or genuine kindness. When affection wasn't freely given in childhood, the mind often formed a painful belief that love must be earned, or worse, that it isn't deserved at all. As an adult, when someone offers warmth or appreciation, it can feel unsettling rather than comforting. Compliments may be dismissed, questioned, or deflected. There's an internal conflict at work here. On one level, there is a deep hunger for connection. On another, there is a belief that connection doesn't belong to you. When kindness contradicts that belief, it can feel unfamiliar, even unsafe. This is why some people unconsciously distance themselves from those who treat them well, while feeling drawn to relationships that mirror emotional absence. The familiar often feels safer than the healthy. The third pattern is overachievement or chronic people-pleasing. When love in childhood was tied to performance, good grades, good behavior, usefulness, the message becomes clear. Worth is conditional. You are valued for what you do, not for who you are. As an adult, this can evolve into perfectionism, relentless productivity, or a constant urge to meet others' needs before your own. There is often an unspoken belief beneath this drive. If I do enough, I will finally be worthy of love. But no amount of achievement can satisfy that longing, because the wound isn't about effort, it's about absence. Psychologists sometimes describe this as a search for earned security, a hope that external validation will finally quiet internal doubt. Unfortunately, approval from others can never replace the unconditional acceptance that was missing early on. The result is burnout, exhaustion, and a lingering sense of never being enough. The fourth pattern is emotional numbness. When emotional closeness once led to disappointment, rejection, or pain, shutting down became a form of self-protection. Feelings were muted because feeling deeply was unsafe. As an adult, this can look like detachment from emotions, from relationships, even from oneself. Life may feel flat, distant, or strangely unreal. This doesn't mean there is a lack of care. Often, it means the capacity to feel was buried for survival. Psychology refers to this as emotional blunting or dissociation, a state where everything appears fine on the surface, yet internally there is disconnection. Vulnerability feels risky, so the heart stays guarded. The cost of this protection, however, is the loss of depth, intimacy, and genuine presence. The fifth and final pattern is a persistent fear of being a burden. If your emotional needs were ignored, minimized, or treated as inconvenient during childhood, you may have learned to shrink yourself. You learned to ask for less, to apologize for existing, to handle everything alone. As an adult, this often shows up as difficulty asking for help, a habit of downplaying struggles, or an automatic belief that your needs are too much. Over time, this reinforces a painful narrative that you must manage alone to be acceptable. Yet psychology is clear on this point. Needing support is not a weakness. It is a fundamental part of being human. The belief that your needs were a burden did not come from truth. It came from people who were unable or unwilling to meet them. If you see yourself reflected in these patterns, it's important to understand this. You are not broken. These responses were intelligent adaptations to an emotionally insufficient environment. They helped you survive circumstances where love was inconsistent or absent. Awareness of these patterns is not a judgment. It's an opening, a moment where understanding replaces self-blame. Healing begins not with forcing change, but with recognizing why these patterns exist in the first place. What once protected you no longer has to define you. And the fact that you're able to reflect on this now is already a sign of growth. If this exploration stirred something within you, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts in the comments, or simply your presence. Thank you for walking this path with us today. If this journey has stirred something within you, reflection, awareness, even clarity, know that you are not alone. Until next time, take care of your energy and honor your intuition.